And jury selection is set to begin tomorrow for longtime Limestone County Sheriff Mike Blakely. Blakely is accused on theft and ethics charges and is set to stand trial nearly 2 years after he was indicted. He has continued to serve despite facing a dozen felony counts, alleging he stole campaign donations, got interest-free loans, and solicited money from employees. Blakely has pleaded not guilty and announced plans to seek an 11th term in office if acquitted. While state law doesn't require the removal of a sheriff under indictment, a conviction would result in his automatic dismissal.